in this practice, you'll need a block or a rolled blanket and a strap. We'll begin standing. As you stand tall, take the heads of the arm bones back, down, and around. Do that several more times and see if you can make the circles a little bit bigger as you draw the throat back to initiate the shoulder loop and continue to get nice big circles with the shoulders. Now take the circles in the opposite direction. You'll get a different sensation, maybe a feeling of tightness at the neck when you bring your shoulders up. But see if you can continue to try to widen the diameter of these circles that you're making. And now let's find the strap. Of course, if you don't have a strap, a yoga strap, you can always improvise. Take the strap pretty wide apart so that you can take the strap over your head and back. I like wrapping the strap around my hand so it doesn't feel like there's quite the strain on my hands and fingers. So see if that's about the right distance for you. If you feel like you have to bend your elbows to take the strap back, then you're probably a little bit too tight. So make it very easy for you to go up, back in a full circle here. You reach it up and down. Now step wide. With a wide stance, reach your strap up, take it back, pull the strap as you rise up, and draw down just slightly. Inhale, lift your upper back, reach the hands back, and draw the hands forward. Come down just slightly. Maybe a slight bend to your knees will help. Reach the strap up and back. Lift up and draw down. And inhale, rise up, reach back, lift the strap up. Keep the strap lifted, pulling the strap firmly. Draw your right toes out. Look at the stance. The right heel should bisect the back arch. Keep pulling the strap, especially the right hand as you pull the hand down. Just draw yourself into the side bend. Inhale, rise up. Come to the opposite side. So turn your left toes out. Make sure that you've got a nice wide stance as you pull yourself in the opposite direction. Pull the left hand down to get a little bit more stretch on the right side ribs. And inhale, lift yourself up. Release yourself out of the strap. Release the strap and just put it to the side for a moment so that you can shake out your hands in case they were holding onto that strap a little bit too tight. Now grab the strap once again. Take the strap in half and place the strap over your right shoulder so that your left hand can hold onto the strap. With the right hand holding onto the strap, the left hand holding onto the strap so that you've got a nice grip. Reach your right elbow up and walk your fingers toward each other. Now turn your left toes out. Bend your left knee. Open your chest by leaning back just slightly so the back foot is carrying more weight. Now draw your chest down toward the inner knee. Keep the back leg so strong. Inhale, rise up to come out of the pose. Turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out. Turn your left toes in. Keep holding on to the strap. Bend your knees slightly. Draw your heart down toward the earth. See about walking your fingers up a little bit closer to each other in the strap, pulling the right elbow in. Inhale, rise up out of the pose. Now just release your hands, and again, if you need to shake them out, by all means. With the strap in the left hand over the left shoulder, take your right hand behind you, find the strap, reach your left arm up, draw your right toes out, check your alignment of the right heel to the back arch before bending your left knee. Draw your heart down toward your inner right knee. Just soften down. Keep your back leg really strong. Walk your hands a little bit closer to each other. With the back foot rooted down, inhale, lift yourself up out of the pose. Come to a parallel position with your feet. Bend your knees slightly. Take the tops of the thighs back. Draw yourself down. Oh, I see that my left elbow is going wide. If that's happening to you, pull it in as you draw your heart down toward the earth. With your knees bent, root down to rise up as you pull the feet in toward each other. Now release your strap. Just put it to the side for now. Come to the front of your mat. Stand tall. Spread your fingers. Draw your thumbs back, baby fingers forward. To inhale, take your arms up. Exhale with the knees slightly bent. Take your hands alongside your ankles to step your right foot back. Bring your right knee down to the earth. Lift yourself up and take your arms in a cactus pose and twist. Turn your heart to the left and back. And again, twist to the left and back. And again, twist to the left and take your hands down to the mat. With the hands on the mat, tuck your back toes under to lift your right knee up. Take your left hand to the waist. Now, after this twist, you should feel a lot of freedom as you reach your left arm up and take it over your head for a nice lengthening quality of the side body. Before releasing your left hand down, step your back foot forward. Place your hands to your low back and rise up. Again, with the arms toned, with a nice spread to the fingers. Reach your arms up and slightly back. Exhale, come to the earth as you step your left foot back. Bring your left knee to the earth. Lift yourself up. Take your hands in the cactus pose again and twist to the right and back to center. Twist to the right, come back to center. Twist to the right, come back to center. Take your hands down to the mat. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee up. Take your right hand to your waist. Turn again, twist to the right. Take your right arm up. Take your right arm over your head. Enjoy this nice length all the way from the back heel to the pelvis. And now from the pelvis out through the crown of the head and the fingertips. You feel this nice length. Release your hand down, step the back foot forward, place both hands to the low back, rise up and reach up to the sky and back again. Exhale, come to the earth and step back to downward facing dog. As you come to downward facing dog, have your head release so that you get this nice feeling of elongation of your neck muscles. Come to a plank position and lower yourself to the mat. So once on the mat, interlace your fingers and bring your elbows in just a little bit closer to each other. With the elbows hugging in, tuck your toes under, lift your knees up. Now lift your pelvis up and lift your pelvis high as you walk your feet in toward your interlaced fingers. Keep the forearms pressing down, the wrist creases pressing down. Lift your right leg high. Release it down. Lift your left leg high. Release it down. Walk your feet back. Come to a plank position and lower yourself to the mat. So there are two options here. You can keep your fingers interlaced or take your forearms down with your hands in line with your elbows. Elbows slightly narrower than your shoulders. Spread your fingers, get a nice strong base there. With your toes tucked under, lift your knees. Now press down to lift your pelvis up. Walk your feet in again. And again, if this feels like too much, just interlace your fingers, or you can be on your knees. Reach your right leg up. Take it down. Take your left leg up and down. Walk your feet back so that you come toward a plank position and lower your pelvis down to the mat. Take your arms in a cactus pose and reach the right elbow up just slightly so it's a little bit higher than your right shoulder. Make the left hand a kickstand. Release your head to the floor or release your head to a block. Now draw the left hip up and reach your left foot back or park your left foot firmly down. Just as a way to open your shoulder. Keep pressing into your kickstand left hand and just allow the breath to help open the right shoulder. Come back to your belly with your hands in that cactus pose. Roll to your left as you use your right hand as your kickstand. Lift your right hip. Reach your right foot back. You can park it on the floor if you wish. Or if that doesn't work, you can just take the foot in front or reach it straight back. Allow your breath to help you to open up the side. Release out of the pose. Come to all fours position. Draw yourself into a seated pose with your legs straight. Find your strap again. Take your right leg on top of your left. You may want to use your strap. Some people don't need to use it, but we can start using the strap. And push the base of the toes into the strap. And start to draw your heart forward as you reach the foot further away from you. Unlike many of the actions that we do in yoga, just for this pose, draw your spine into what feels kind of like a C shape. It's very unusual for us to do this, to try to get a stretch in this way. But as you get this kind of upper back rounded quality, press your foot into the strap to reach it away and rise up to come out of the pose. Now let's go a little bit deeper in that. So bend the top leg so that you can reach your hand, the right hand, to the base of the right big toe. Now push your foot into the hand more so you get more of a stretch on this side. As you push your right foot forward, maybe you can come toward a straighter right leg. As you draw your heart forward, keep on pushing your foot forward as well to get nice length to the right side. Now come out of the pose and just notice as you come to Dandasana with your feet forward, sitting up tall, notice how it feels like one side is so much taller than the other side. So let's balance that out. Take your left foot on top. Take the strap at the base of the left foot. Hold on to the strap. Push the foot right into the strap as you pull the strap back. Now, allow the strap to just kind of go to the side as you bend your left knee. Take your left hand to the base of the foot and push the foot into your fingers and the base of your fingers. Reach it out. Keep the right hand just to keep this length on the right side. As you draw forward just a little bit, now breathe into this. See how the breath can help to really expand through the side body. Nice in-breath through the nose. An out-breath through the nose. And slowly take yourself out of that pose. Straighten both legs. Sit tall and just notice how much more balanced you feel on the right side ribs and the left side ribs. This is where you'll need either the rolled blanket or the block. Your blanket is probably going to be a little bit more forgiving than a block, but we'll start with the block just to see if that works for you. If not, go to the rolled blanket. You may want to just watch what we're doing first. We'll put the block just to the bottom of the scapula. And so as you lower yourself down with your knees bent, come to your forearms, and you want to customize this so that right at the bottom of the scapula, you feel this block allowing for a nice back bending. Come to your forearms and Just find out if the block works, great. If not, you go to the blanket. So come to whatever feels right for you. And with your heart lifted so fully, with your fingers interlaced behind your head, as a way to just kind of cradle the head, to just allow for this opening of the upper chest and the upper back, just to take its own time. And in its own time, as you allow your head to just draw a little bit closer to the earth, let's just do a few repetitions here of lifting the head up and drawing your head back. And just go slow. And as you lift your head up and draw back, you'll see that you can go just a little bit deeper with each cycle. And lift up one more time. And draw back. Now free your hands. Place your forearms down to help lift yourself up off the block. Take the block to the side. Now lie down again. Stretch your legs out. Have your arms to your side. Close your eyes. In this practice, we got a little bit more openness to the upper back through work with our shoulders, shoulder movements, to allow for a deeper back bend. In this resting pose, shoulder blades are rooted. You find a nice lifting quality of the chest. And yet a nice ease to the arms. The legs are heavy, very much at ease. You breathe in deep and out long. You breathe in deep and out long. You breathe in deep and out long. keeping that ease in your breath. Slowly bend your knees and plant your feet. Reach your arms up, bend over your head. Invite your breath to expand the side body. Let your head rest on your right arm as you come to a fetal pose. Slowly use the strength of your arms to come to a seated pose. We honor the practice of yoga that brings so much awareness to our body. And in this practice, that awareness was to the upper back. So with fullness in that area, we honor the teachings. Namaste.